What's up? It's your boy Carcino. And yes, this is a live stream. Yes, it is, good people. We are live. Oh, I see they having some difficulties getting people in here. Because I'm seeing people shoot up. Okay, there it is. The numbers are shooting in now. Let's get to it. We up in here. I see you. Now, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Subscribe to the page. Hit the like button coming through the door. I never talk about Boyce Watkins. My friend, that's his hero. I think he got Boyce Watkins pillowcases. T will be bad. I be riding on this boy. He used to always pump Boyce Watkins. Love boy everything that man said. I just love what he be talking about with finance. Now, he would make some great points here and there on finance and things. You know, then he comes in with that shiesty dude. You know, that shiestiness comes in. And you can tell that this guy is like what you would see as a con, what you would presume to be a con artist. He has every makeup of what a con artist would be. And you might say, well, what is that? So, you know, what do you mean by that? If you look at Watkins, Dr. Watkins, he seems like a person that comes off as if he cares. This guy seemed like I think he's cried in one of his damn videos. Crying. Like he really meant something. But then when you start to peel the layers back, you start to see all the BS. You know, some of these people play like they for the people, but they for their bank account. And that's it. And then when you catch them up on something, then they can't even talk. And they start stuttering over themselves and about to fall off the ground, fall off the map, whatever, because they stuck. I've been sitting back watching this Boyce Watkins thing when he been going at it with Kwame. I didn't really jump in. Because I said, let me find out what's going on with this time. Start seeing another Kwame video, another mention of Kwame, another thing about Kwame. Because he knows Kwame is going to keep feeding him and he's just going to build a subscriber base. That's not a part of the get along game. He wants to be a part of the go along, get along game. But he wasn't given the access. So now he got to try to shame them and go at them, but his energy is misplaced. He wants to be a part of that. You see, that's a difference. Like I told you, even the devil do good deeds. You gotta be able to read this situation and know exactly where it's going, how it's going, the whole nine. Absolutely. He comes off as a powerful man. And if you notice, if you guys have ever watched a Boyce Watkins video, listen to it. Listen to one when he's mad about something. He got to defend himself because somebody done caught him up in something. Watch how he slip up and that shiesty nigga come out. Somebody catch him on something. I was just doing this and he's so astute and so proper and so everything. And then he be like, y'all gonna get mad at me because I did that. I'm trying to help people every day and I'm trying to do this, but it's always these no good ass niggas. And I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, these no good. I'm sorry, but excuse me. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is how, he comes off as that. Then that shiesty dude come out. He dropped character. If you listen to him, he do it all the time. I'm sitting there listening to him, and that's all he doing. He'll be talking. He'll be doing great. And the next thing you know, all of a sudden, the conversation changed. And his behavior and all his methods, everything else start come to the forefront. You start to see it for yourself. You go, oh, okay, I get it. Then I started listening to some of the things he was saying about, hey, let's get into these investments and let's see. Then I started seeing what he's pushing. And I said, well, okay, let's see what he's pushing. You talking about Kwame Brown, who been on the internet less than a month. Less than 1 month since he's blown up on YouTube. Less than 1 month. And you asking him, where's your plans? See, this is another guy talking. He ain't talking about anything and all that. Downplaying the facts of what he actually did speak about. You never spoke on it. Then, here's the thing. When Kwame Brown first came out and was doing what he was doing, I saw when you first spoke, you were speaking up highly of him. Now, every word you say is condescending. Tell us about Charlie Wu, Mr. Watkins. You want to tell us about Charlie Wu? Oh, don't mention Charlie Wu to him. He gonna go off. He gonna lose it. Charlie Wu did an interview with a guy, and Mr. Wu made it sound like you was his monkey. You was his chimp. That's how he described you. It was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my life. If you guys ever go watch that interview, when this video is over, go check out that video and how he describes what Dr. Boyce Watkins is. And I don't even know if he's a real doctor. I don't even know if he has a doctorate. A doctor who don't save anybody or help anybody. A doctor who only saves himself. Now, in that video, he basically says that you do work for them. Like you work for him. Not like you guys are partners. They say you help them sell products. Now, I haven't seen that video of the products they're actually talking about. And says you're basically an infomercial guy for them. Infomercial. That's how they described you. You're an infomercial. Don't forget to hit the button and subscribe to this page, ladies and gentlemen, as you get the truth here, not lies. I would play it for you, but I'm on my phone, so I can't. And plus, it's copyright issues and stuff like that. And we don't know that Watkins guy too much. He might be playing a bunch of games that I don't want to get into with it because I might slap him in his face. So I don't even want to go down that road, but he got some explaining to do. And somebody asked him about Charlie Wu, and he just had a fit, didn't he? Did y'all see that video he was going on? Just because I do one video with one guy, that's how I found out who Charlie was. I'm like, who is Charlie Wu? Somebody brought it up in the comment section, and he just went off like a firecracker. And I noticed something. He was disturbed. He was nervous. He was off his square. And that shiesty Negro came out. And that shiesty Negro was talking. He was the one. Yep. Thanks for the super chat. Oh yeah, the Cash App is Carcino for those who use Cash App. Carcino is the name on Cash App. Karceno. And my super chat button works. And hopefully you hit the like button and subscribe to this page. That's what's up. Get this thing trending. So Watkins, Boyce. Boyce can explain himself. Because I think that's a good enough question. What's going on, Boyce? Tell us. You're an infomercial guy selling products? That's how they made it sound. Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you what Charlie said. Charlie Wu did an interview with another black man. I don't know that black man who he is right now, but Charlie Wu did it. And he basically said, Dr. Boyce Watkins worked for us. And he's like an actor. He actually brought up the fact that you cried in a video and that helped them sell products. They said they helped us sell some products. When he actually cried in the video, that made people believe that he really stood by our product. So what you selling to people to? What you doing, boys? What is you selling us to? Well, not us, but just people. I'm not one of your supporters. So you ain't selling me on a damn thing. Oh yeah, that's what I say. When this is up, y'all look up that Charlie Wu interview. I ain't gotta make up nothing on you, boys. Like I said, I ain't gotta make up nothing on Stack. I ain't gotta make up nothing on Matt Barnes. The evidence, all the stuff they did is already there. I don't have to do a damn thing. I wouldn't have known who Charlie Wu was if it wasn't for you. Because I'm like, well, let me see what this guy's plan is before I say something. See, I like to do a little research before I say something, so I can kind of know what I'm talking about, boys. The guys like him believe because they put a period and a comma in the right place that what they say go. My grandmother was one of the most wisest women in the world. And my grandfather was one of the most smartest, and all they had was high school education. My great-grandmother, she only had an 8th grade education because they weren't allowed to go to school, to the high schools. So my great-grandmother only had an 8th grade graduate education in far as the school system, but she could do everything in life. She could farm. She could work on automobiles. She taught her kids how to read and write at home because the schools were segregated. And this was down south. So she wasn't allowed to go to school to get that education that you got. And you're supposed to be using your education for the betterment of people, not to try to sell them down the road and sell us for cheap to Charlie Wu or whoever the hell else you selling us to. Right, Boyce? So what do you and Mr. Wu, what is y'all plans? What is these products that you're selling? Anybody here follow Boyce and know what the hell I'm talking about? Oh, Charlemagne was involved too. I wonder why he loved Charlemagne so much. Because Charlemagne had did something for him, and that's why he was standing up so hard for Charlemagne. Can't say nothing wrong with him. Oh, Charlemagne's a good brother because he acknowledged my existence. Notice somebody who acknowledges that he's alive, they're good people. People was like, oh, I didn't tell Kwame Brown to say my name or even mention me. I didn't know he would or would not. So I didn't do anything so Kwame could mention me. I was commenting on it like everybody else. And I agreed with him. Had he never said my name, these videos would have been rolling the same way they're rolling right now. See, you don't need people to validate your statement. How you feel is how you feel. I don't care I don't give a damn who joins on my side. If you do, great, you're smart. If you don't, that's fine. My mind's made up. No, you don't need other people to justify your statement. You get people like that all the time that be like, man, I'm mad at so-and-so. Why are you going to hang out with so-and-so? It's like, that's you and his business. Whatever y'all mad about, don't get mad at me because you mad at him. And you want me to do something that you ain't doing. You want to get back at them by taking away I'm going to make all the people that they're going to be on my side. They got to choose a side. Nah. Whatever y'all mad about, it ain't got nothing to do with the circle. You don't need to involve the circle. Y'all handle it. That's who you got the problem with. That's who you got to resolve it with. You don't need me to justify your statement. I don't need to be standing on your side and everybody on your side. I ain't got to pick no sides. If it ain't got nothing to do with anything legit, then by all means, we gonna make our own decision and roll with what we gonna decide. If that person ain't done a damn thing, I'm staying out of it. That's between y'all mess, especially if it's something petty. That's on y'all to deal with. Now, and you as a man should never have to go get another man on your side for that. Now, I don't know about old Boyce and how he moves. But this Charlie Wu guy, you know, I don't know. Oh man, I think I just tore up these pants. I'm seeing something right here now. Certified stock.
It was like sometime in the last summer or spring.
Hold on. There it is. That's Charlie Wu, aka Charles Wu. And there's old Boyce. Look at old boy. I'm gonna be a good boy, Charles. Whatever you say, Charles. Thank you for selling our products. You've been a great mascot. No problem. Thank you, sir, so much. Without you, don't know what I could do. That's okay. You're great. Thank you for crying in the video. That really helped us sell all our products. We're going to give you a little piece and give you a little bit of money on the back end for all your work. And when we get new Chinese products and everything else, we're going to call you right up. You're our first dancing bear. Oh, thank you. I like the sound of that, dancing bear. Love it so much. Well, just let me know what I can do to help. I'm always here for you. You know I do a little soft shoe. That same man talked about you like a dog. He made you sound like you work for him and you're nothing. You're just an infomercial guy. Other blacks have been talking about this for years. And you had a meltdown. Then you Boyce.
I want you to go. Like, you have no place here. Like, why would you listen to a lying-ass nigga who's just on the internet?
He got busted out about it. He got busted out about it and he went on an epic meltdown when they brought up Charles Wu. When you was working for Charles Wu, you don't know how they found out, and Charles Wu did that interview and told it and explained that you was a working boy. Working for Charles Wu, selling his products. Then he started dropping the N-words and everything. And I told you, that's when that shiesty Negro came out. See, he be trying to talk all professional and everything. Oh no! And then when you get him off his square, then that other side come out. That shiesty Negro come out. That hustling pimp side come out. Well, I tell you, people talk. People talk. Just give them time. They tell you everything about themselves. Just give them the time. Before the fame side, what fame? Nobody claims this guy. He wants to be famous. I've been around way more famous people than him. I've been in the room with billionaires. Damon John, Mr. Wonderful, from Shark Tank, just to name a few. I'm sorry. The owners of Aon Hewitt, the owners of Rexam Corporation from overseas, Nigerians, Sekou, who owns $3 billion skyscrapers, one in Dubai. I can get him on speed dial. So knowing these people don't do anything. Some people want to know these people just to know them. But if you're not getting anything out of it, if there's no business to discuss, what does it really do for you? Now, if we're talking about doing some business and the business don't sound like something I want to be involved in, I don't care about how much money they got. If it's something that's going to compromise who you are, then why do it? Some of these people don't have that button. They don't care. I literally saw a black man with a Black Lives Matter shirt, did his whole Black Lives Matter movement thing. And as soon as they talked about giving some money to his project that he was working on, he was like, man, I don't really care if Trump wins or not. Because he knew the people that was donating to his project, they were Trump supporters. So he hustled on over there, and all they wanted him to do was, to show up to the event, to one of the Trump rallies for support, just to be another black face there. They didn't care for his project. So they was going to throw any type of money that's basically paying you some money to show up to their event. They didn't care about you or your project. He knew. Did you know he went to the event? Some people don't have that in them. They don't have that button in them. So if y'all new here, don't forget to subscribe to the page. Well, it's always those guys. He's not the only one. There's plenty of other Boyce Watkins on YouTube. They think they're smarter than the world. I'm not the smartest man in the world. I don't put up every period and comma in the right place. That don't mean that you know everything about this world. That's the same thing with his stack. A lot of people believe is, man, you broke. What could you tell me? You see? If you got that kind of mentality that only rich people can tell you how to get rich, a lot of rich people they got rich by doing nothing. You don't have that luxury. Just because it worked for them, they probably had to sell out to get rich. They ain't gonna tell you that. A lot of people got rich the really old-fashioned way. They inherited it. So they didn't have to work. That's what's called old money. New money is self-made. And a lot of these guys who made money and they're rich now, they made money back when the window was open. They would starve if they had to make money today. You're probably ahead of the curve more than they are because they so unplugged with today's technology and the way things move. So what they do is they go out and hire these people that do something. They hire these young guys to do it because they got the revenue too. So they become angel investors. And they'll come in and buy the tech and buy the stock. But other than that, they've lost their whole identity when it comes to this stuff. They don't. So if you're thinking just because someone is rich, they get to tell you what to do, they're super successful and they got the right moves. Okay. How rich is Jay-Z? And I hate to use Jay as an example, but a lot of people know Jay-Z. So I'll just use Jay as an example. Jay-Z. You know, if I say Jay-Z, you know who I'm talking about. You know Beyonce, you know everything else. Jay-Z has failed in almost every business he has had in his career. Every single one. He did not make Rockaware. Dame Dash, that was his business. He just took it from Dame and sold it. Rockefeller, he was a part owner and got to a position where he could steal it away from his partners, and they ended up giving it away. He had Tidal, something that he created with everybody else. He ended up selling it and now giving it away. Screwed up everybody's money. Kanye West can't even get his publishings. Everybody's money is screwed up, but Jay's rich. We listen to Jay, right? Follow Jay. Jay gonna tell you how to be rich. Do you want to get rich that way? Will you be comfortable knowing that you're gonna make money off the back of all these other guys and leave them penniless and insane? State property, all of them penniless, basically. And they came out and told you how Jay left them. Hit the like button. Kanye West was a bit of his own problem. What Kanye West wanted, he gave away right from the beginning. Just so he can get heard. He had already signed away his life when he signed that Rockefeller contract. It was a very bad deal. But for somebody who couldn't get a record deal, and he made a huge mistake by telling Dame Dash that he had another record deal on the table. They went and sabotaged that deal behind his back so he could sign with Rockefeller. So if you destroy someone's opportunity, they had no choice but to come sign the deal. No, it wasn't that. Black people saw Tidal was for what it was. But the thing was, they weren't supposed to see it that early. What he did was con a lot of black artists. Even Prince was ready to sign on with Tidal when he first created it. And his first projects was released on Tidal. Prince was having a problem with the record company because a lot of people was upset with record companies. Now, had he had sold Tidal, you think Prince would have tore a hole into Jay-Z for messing up his music. Prince is very serious when it comes to his music. So that's what I'm saying. So there's a lot of people out here that can tell you things. Somebody might have had money and lost it. I've learned a lot about business from a person who was rich and lost it all. I mean, lost it all. This person was one part of a bid for an NBA team. He was on a bid for an NBA team. Hopefully all you guys have hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the page. He was rich, lost it all, and was trying to get it back. He lost his family and everything. And he was in a bid because he was in real estate, and during the whole economic collapse back in 2008, knocked him completely off his feet. He had all these properties he had to pay for, everything. And it just took him from rich status. I mean, him and BJ Armstrong and a couple other people, they put in a bid for an NBA team that was going to be in Charlotte, and they were all in the bid for it. And they were going against Scottie Pippen's team, which had Christian Laettner, Scottie Pippen, and a couple of other investors. And they ended up taking Dr. Johnson's bid from Johnson & Johnson because it was less people to vet. So they were going through the vetting process. So it was a lot of people vying to see who was one of the people come on board. I'm like, some money in, but I don't know. And he was saying, like, man, we got opportunity, man, but we got to know they got to come in and vet you. That's how I know the process and going to buy and purchasing an NBA team. You just can't go out and buy it. They go through your whole life. They want to know who people associated with you, and how do you know this person, and is this person? They go through your whole life vetting you. That's right. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the page. The super chat works. Thank you guys for the super chat. And my Cash App is Carcino. If you'd like the Cash App instead, Carceno. I'm spending my time with you, and we are definitely live. Shock G, we already knew Shock G died of that. They just confirmed it. Now, there are a lot of people in the circus that's glued in to all of these different avenues and pitfalls, and they're getting themselves caught up. Why, I have no idea, but they're getting themselves caught up into a trap, a spider web. See, and Boyce, all he see is that, oh, I can get some numbers. I can get some serious numbers if I keep doing this ranting and raving and talking about Kwame. So his videos about Kwame Brown don't even make sense now. He's just waiting on Kwame to say something so he can come back and say something. That's all he's doing. He's just trying to get views off the people. My thing, boys, where's your plans? What have you done? I'm asking you, man to man. Because if you ask me, I could put up my resume. I'm quite sure Kwame could put up his resume. And I'll guarantee you, just taking off a whim, we've probably done more than you. Yep, we probably have done more than you. I've done charity work and never took money. Never used it as a tax write-off. Didn't do it. I could have. But that wasn't why I did it. And the woman, it insulted me that when I turned the stuff in, they thought like, oh, it's that time of year. We know we don't get you your receipt because it's that time of year. Everybody coming in. I'm like, it's not why I'm here. You can keep the receipt. I don't care. I came here to drop some clothes off because I normally get rid of my old clothes and try to make sure it goes to the right place. I went to the hood. I didn't come to drop it off to somewhere near my home, just so it can go to some place you don't even know. I wanted to know where it's going. I want to know where these clothes are going to, the who needs it, poor children who are homeless. They have a program for the young teenagers. Donate suits, your old suits. They were like, man, so these guys can go out for job interviews. They don't even have a suit. These young teenagers, people who trying to get out of gangs or was in gangs and got out of them. Their parents never bought them a suit. They graduate in their street clothes, like blue jeans. They walking in graduation in blue jeans. We help get them suits by donating old suits that we had in our homes. We've done that. It's different things we've done that you have no idea how important it was for these people's lives, but we didn't go all on YouTube. Yeah, I took care of 300 kids today. I'm the man. I'm just saying that even now, it's not a competition. It's not a competition at all, because there's people out there doing way more than what we done. We just did what we could and helped do something, come together, put something together, and it helped some people out. That's all. And for some people, it actually feels good to help somebody. Like me, like the one person was like, man, dog, you gotta get fly, dog. I'm like, dude, I get fly when I'm going somewhere. I'm like, I'm out of the teenage stage. I'm wearing a gas station Super Bowl shirt from Miami, some green jogging pants. And this is my Saturday rolling, Went to Walmart, grabbed some supplies that I'm gonna need. Ran into a buddy of mine who's a fan, met him because he followed me on YouTube. And then he ran into me at the movie theater. And I remember I was telling y'all that. I was like, somebody came from behind, was like, Carcino for life. I'm like, in the middle of the movie. Now you see me everywhere. I ran into him at the Walmart. Shouts out, Nick. I saw you on Facebook too. You like my post. Yeah, it's all mostly been positive. I don't normally do anything that's really negative. To be honest, I normally just tell the truth about somebody. If I say LeBron James sucks, he probably sucks. 9 times out of 10, that guy probably sucks. I ain't saying it to be popular. I wish LeBron James was everything they say he is. I wish he was the best player in the world. I wish I was wrong and he could actually be that. I wish he was a guy that cared about people, who actually was out there and really meant these things that he was doing on social media and wasn't just trying to post it because it was trending. I really wished he gave a damn. Oh, Willie, dude, is it a wave? Is it a wave, Willie, or was he right, Willie? And I agreed. Because I think that's what happened. Because most of the things he said, I've been saying for years, Willie. I don't know what time you got in here. You probably didn't show up to Kwame, but welcome. Hopefully you subscribed and hit the like button. Because if you did, you would have noticed he just said everything I've been saying for years. Straight up. That's right. They came after my page. I'm the one that's brought up the name Angela Rye. I the one identify who these people are behind the scenes so that y'all would know who they are, because they came after me first. Me, Star, and Choke were the three people that took the most abuse when that whole interview came out with them from Charlemagne's people. That's how I know whose hand was on the handle. So when this thing was coming back around again, oh, the person that's behind the scenes that's helping all of them out is right there. Oh, I told you why. That's he's nothing but a little slickster. That's what boys do. He talk all astute and he'll flip out of character in a minute when he get upset. Well, you know, we don't go down those avenues. We try to make everything positive and everything, you know. And you a fraud. Man, why am I a fraud? God damn it, I'm tired of this shit. I'm very discouraged. Every time someone calls me a fraud or they bring up Charles Wu or anything else like that, you know, you ain't got to be here. Damn. He flips. Then he tries to bring it back together. He is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. That's what I call him. Everybody call him that. I call him Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. And Hyde been coming out. That is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, baby. That dude, Hyde, been coming out. When you catch him right, when they caught him, and that when Charles Wu came out and said, you work for him, man, he blew up. Because his whole lie was exposed. He don't know why Charles threw him under the bus. Now they know. Now they know. Shouts out to my boy Ticket TV, BoxingSocialist.com, D-Style Boxing, Chris Carlson, my man. Welcome to HDTV, CP for the win, his page. Probably some other ones. My man, Blood Boxing. You like boxing, Blood Boxing, I'm going to give it to you raw and uncut. Without a fraction of a doubt. Joe Abib's out this thing. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to this. And don't forget to subscribe to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Definitely do that. Now, this doesn't mean Boyce didn't say anything in the past that didn't make sense or he was incorrect on. He said a lot of financial things about black and the financial institution that basically I've said on One Crack News, but they needed to be said. Oh yeah, I got something special for y'all on the Patreon today. I told you, Matt Barnes is finna get it. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. I'm holding a stick of dynamite, and that thing is like this. And by the time it get here, I'm gonna toss that mother. I'm gonna let it go. Oh, the Casino for Life Patreon. If you want to, we're going to have more details on this. We're going to have more details on Matt. Old Matty Patty finna get spanked on there. Yeah, this is the PG version of me dealing with Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Thanks, Smash. Oh no, Smash, I can't let him rock. I can't let him rock because he's been doing things behind the scenes. He was trying to do it to Kwame. He was trying to do it. He's been doing some things. If you on the Patreon right now, you would know the things he's been doing. I already showed y'all that. And showed you how people, and he's mad because people that have been following me and Kwame has been lighting them up on social media. Oh gosh, I didn't know it was that bad. Oh my goodness. They got no chill when they going in on Matt. He's been busy. They tech guys been busy just deleting everything. If it come up Kwame, they got to delete it. Delete. So they set a program that anything that mentioned Kwame, it just automatically kicks it out. So they start, people just like, fine, we won't mention Kwame. We'll just talk straight to you. Why you play for 50 different teams, you bum? I'm like, oh man, they just go all in, don't they? No chill. Get them likes up. Oh yeah, get them likes up. Like button free. All right, Deborah Kane, I see you. Of course the Clippers are going to dominate. They down 2-1. They at home. It's going to be 2-2. They can handle Utah. Boyce supports Charlemagne because he does not care. Charlemagne's the only one that really acknowledges him. That group of stature. He wants to be in the get along gang. He wants to be up there. He's mad at the person who's the ringleader who got her finger on everything, Angela Rye. Now, why is he mad at Angela Rye? It was like, man, he ain't part of the go along, get along. He be going in on Angela Rye. Why does he go in on Angela Rye, please? Does anybody know? Because he wants to be there. She didn't talk to him one time at a meeting or whatever. They were at the same place and she didn't speak to him. And he got all into his mode. It's like she done twisted his little nipple. She done twisted his little nipple. Are you waiting for part 3 of the Birth of Christianity? That's coming, actually. See, it's coming this month. Actually, this week, that's coming up. I want to say Tuesday is the day for part 3 of the Birth of Christianity. Dr. Fossey, we'll talk about that on One Crack News. I'm more interested into the 2 black women who passed with honors, and now they want them to do a retest. The 2 black girls. Yeah, so I'm more focused on that right now than Dr. Fossey. That's what I was working on before I ran into the Boyce Watkins thing, and I said, well, I didn't know how old the Charlie Wu thing was, but still, old and new, this needed to be addressed. So Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, which one is he? Oh, Hyde came out in that video, didn't he? That's right. If you subscribe to the Carcino for Life Patreon, you've gotten a lot of information that nobody in the free world has ever given you. So we could stand on that. I can stand proudly of my Patreon because it is nothing like any Patreon that's going. I know because Patreon themselves is like, I had to make changes. It was too raw. And I'm like, I thought I could be like this. They was, no, you can't. But anybody who by day ones, I hope you guys enjoyed that first month. That was incredible, wasn't it? Oh, somebody, y'all arguing with somebody in here? You trying to defend the narrative because they lonely and need conversation? I'm hating on a successful black man by stating what actually happened. How is that hating on a black man? When I tell him a Asian man named Charles Wu did an interview, which is, you could look it up too, Mr. Jab Southern, whatever. I don't even know what the hell that means. Go look it up and listen to what Charles Wu said. And if you listen to that, then you go back and look at the successful black man. Why does everybody got to put successful black man? Let's say black man ain't successful. What, is he less important because he's not successful? You go to work every day. That ain't successful. Pays his bills. Still with his family, doing what he can, living check to check. But hell, a lot of us got family members like that right now. A lot of us like that right now. Why look down on them? See, you only respect money and status. That's your problem. There's a lot of people who never had basically 2 nickels to rub together, had more in their life than a lot of people who had billions of dollars. I've seen a billionaire die, and they had a small gathering of maybe 30, 40 people, maybe even 100. My grandfather didn't have probably $20,000 in his bank account. Probably less than that, probably more or less. And probably had it in insurances with everything, but he paid all the bills. But when he passed away, the church line was going down the street from people he hadn't seen in 20, 30 years, who found out from somebody that he had passed away. And they all showed up to pay respects to him. People hadn't seen him in 20, 30 years. From his old jobs, people came in to go see him. You would have thought he was a multimillionaire. People's like, who is that guy? There's a line going down the street. Oh, okay, Jabs. All right, I got it. Thank you for clearing that up. All right, we've just done 1 full hour. Now I'm going to go back and finish watching the games. I hope all you guys have subscribed to the page. Thanks for all the super chat donations. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time we go live or make a video so you don't miss none of the information. And if you signed up to the Patreon on Carcino for Life, all my VIPs, you're definitely in for it this month. You're definitely going to be thankful you have this information. So I'm out. Peace. I want to thank even Jawan for showing up, even though he wanted to come in and just go back and forth with people. All the people that was paying attention, go check out that what I said about Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde for yourself too. Go look up that Charles Wu interview and see if you can find it. If not, I'll probably put it on the Patreon for you because I'm gonna do a Patreon version of this, and it's gonna be well worth it. That's right, Smash Ball. Thank you. Thanks to everybody who hit the Cash App up. Thanks to everybody who hit up the Super Chat. Shouts out to all y'all. Warriors Life, I see you. Lydia. All my day ones. Kenwood in here. Southside Trey. All my newbies who showed up. What's up? Chris G, I see you. You know how I always end. Love, peace, and hair grease. I'm out.